It's a typical morning at the end of the Cretaceous period off the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. Pterosaurs are flying over warm waters. A little further away, a Tyrannosaurus rex wakes up, unaware that this will be the last time it will see the sun. But if you had looked up at the sky at that moment, you would have seen something more than a comet, a bright spot that in a matter of minutes became bigger and brighter than the sun. This was Chicxulub, a 10-kilometer wide rock that tore through the Earth's atmosphere like a sheet of paper at a speed of 20 kilometers per second. At that moment, the 0 hour of history began when this iceberg rock hit the Earth. The Earth behaved like a liquid. In less than a second, a hole 30 kilometers deep was created. The temperature at the center of the impact reached thousands of degrees Celsius. The rocks did not melt, but immediately evaporated at a temperature of several thousand degrees. A huge thermal pulse was released at the speed of light. Any living thing on the horizon, before it heard the impact, was melted by infrared radiation. An earthquake of magnitude 11 shook the planet so much that it was felt even in the Earth's mantle. These tremors caused huge submarine thrusts and tsunamis with waves reaching 300 meters high. But the most terrifying part was what was thrown into space. Billions of tons of pulverized rock and sulfurous gases were thrown out of the atmosphere. These spherules fell back to Earth. Their friction with the air turned the atmosphere into a giant toaster oven. All the world's forests began to burn simultaneously. Evidence of this catastrophe is found today in a thin layer called the KPG boundary around the world, a layer full of ash and the rare element iridium that is the signature of this asteroid. At the Tanis site, fossils have been found that show that fish in the very first minutes breathed in molten glass particles and were buried in the mud by the roaring waves. If you survived those first few hours, the real nightmare would have just begun. Dust and sulfates from the evaporating rocks formed an impenetrable layer in the atmosphere. Night fell, a night that lasted for years. Photosynthesis stopped. Plants withered. And with their death, giant herbivores like Edmontosaurus starved to death. The large predators followed suit. The Earth's temperature dropped dramatically. It was a selective extinction. The only ones who had a chance of survival were those who were small, able to hide underground or feed on carrion seeds. And this is exactly where our ancestors, the small mammals, emerged from the shadow of the dinosaurs. Today we are walking on a huge dinosaur graveyard. The Chicxulub crater is hidden under the sedimentary layers of Mexico, but its legacy is in our blood. If that asteroid had arrived a few seconds earlier or later, and instead of falling into the deep ocean with sulfur-rich rocks, maybe you and I wouldn't be here today, and dinosaurs would still be the rulers of the Earth. Geology is the story of great accidents. On the Terra channel, we retrace the key to these stories. Don't forget to subscribe for the next journey deep into Earth's history.